featuring the Huskies at Kingston Baptist University and a Yoke Nicholls State University girls. And now here today is the squad of Lions. First for the Mississippi Huskies. A 6-year freshman transfer from Queens, New York, number 0, JHC. A 6'2" freshman from Gilbert, Arizona, number 3, Varsity Hall. A 6'5" redshirt junior from Houston, Texas, number 5, Hunter Johnson. A 6'6" junior transfer from Fort Worth, Texas, number 21, Pedro Castro. And a 6'9" sophomore from Cypress, Texas, number 34, Zach Ione. HBU is led by head coach Brian Mitchell and assisted by Stephen Key, Jack Kim, and Keith Burrell.
Hey, Jamie,
Staring at you from afar, analyzing every star.
we can try this, brother.
I did not come to make amends, not here to repent for my sins. I just came here to win. I just came here to live. I just came here to fight. Show you what I'm saying. Easy became overnight. So I'm ready, but I'm the one that's walking as ignite.
Starting lineup for Yoke Nicholls State University girls. A 6'1" senior from Tooele, Mississippi, number 0, Zach Gordon. A 6'3" redshirt senior from Pamela County, North Carolina, number 1, Jalen Forbes. A 6' senior from Tooele, Louisiana, number 3, Kevin Johnson. A 6'4" redshirt senior from Little Rock, Arkansas, number DeAndre Jones. And a 6'11" senior from Swanville, Louisiana, number 21, Rodney Lyons.
these headphones aren't working, so my headphones aren't working.
You want mine? I can basically, I mean, what's going on is they're, for some reason, it's picking up the external mic.
Well, I turned it off. Like I turned the, it wasn't picking up, so I muted it. It's only the external mic right now. It wasn't working.
No, I mean, I trust you, man. I'm not ready for this at all. People, I don't really care how people want to talk about this thing. Are you going to let them? You mean to talk at all? Is that better? So HBU 17, Nicholls 10. Dribble weave handoff goes to Miles Pierre. Bounces down low. This is Yemen. Facing up on Lyons. Turns baseline. Floater is good. That's a nice baseline move by the 6'9", 250 center from Cypress, Texas, the sophomore. Who again, I mentioned, cut off 30 pounds in the offseason. Worked very hard in quarantine and during their summer programming. Boy, he's looking good. 19-10 lead for HBU. We're under the midway point now of this first half. Ty Gordon up top, Kevin Johnson. Tries to step back for a three, no room given. Now it's Lyons, free throw line against Yemen. Backs him down, pivots, right-handed hook off the glass, too strong. And HBU has just been incredible in defensive end so far. Nothing easy. Here's Ty Dalton left away. fakes Jones, bounce feed between the rings to Iayemi. His pass backdoor stolen away. Here comes Kevin Johnson up ahead, Ty Gordon. Left wing, back outside Jalen Fords, and he stepped out of bounds. He caught that ball right at the sideline. I think Austin Claus is saying, hey, that's a shot you have to take. Lead for HBU. Approaching 9 to go in this opening half. Ty Dalton. Bounce feed between the rings, Iayemi. Now McKenzie on the left, 3 feet beyond the arc. It's Jones up top, Pierre. Looking high-low for Iayemi. He's got a right block. Goes up against Lyons, lost the ball out of bounds. Raji has become such a premier one-on-one post defender. Just so good at holding his grounds. Forns leaves. And after a brief rest, Kevin Johnson comes back in. In for the first one. Back in is Janacek for HBU. He's out there with Boothman. And then along with C and Janacek and McKenzie. Under 9 to go, first half. Nicholls down 9-19-10. Lyons free throw line, holding the ball above his head. Nowhere to go. Has to throw it back near midcourt to Ty Gordon. Shot clock is down to 10. Ty crosses over in the paint, lost the ball. Knocked around twice. He can't get it back. And it's turnover. And that's now 7 on Nicholls. Gene C is back in. The redshirt freshman slows down the dribble near the timeline on the right side of the floor. Bouncing it, waste time. Trying to use the screen from Iayemi. Slithers off and goes against Lyons. Along the baseline, finds Janacek in the left corner. Shot clock is down to 10. Up high, this is Boothman. That's a long three. He can shoot it. Comes up short. Rebound down to Andre Jones, and he has a running start. Andre in the lane. Crossover. Two hands. Look out below. There's your first Jones jam of the night. That's an emphatic way to get your first field goal. 19-12, Nicholls back within 7. Stops a 5-0 run. 7:55 first half. C in the lane. Floater off the wrong leg. Bank shot too strong. And a foul called, and that's going the other way. It's on HBU with 7:49 to go in the first half. Looks like McKenzie going over the top. It is. And team foul already number 4 on HBU. 19-12, 7:49 to go first half here in Thibodaux. HBU has led by as many as 9. The margin is 7 right now. Nicholls trying to claw back into it late first half on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Hey, are we any better? Okay. I can turn it. Can I turn it up more? No.
Hey, can you guys hear? Is the crowd mic too loud right now? Okay, because they're saying on the stream it's too loud, so I might turn that down just a little bit. Double check. Okay. Thibodaux, Nicholls trailing HBU by 7 points, 19-12. Lead for HBU has been as many as 9 in this first half. They're shooting 53%. Nicholls just 4 for 17, 23.5%. Colonels with Gordon, Spencer, Andre Jones, Kevin Johnson, Damian Sears with the ball to our left. Looking to go 11-2 in conference play here today and win a 4th straight game. Kevin Johnson, right wing, Andre Jones, dribble handoff, here's Spencer. He backs out the dribble near the timeline. Shot clock is down to 10. Lob it down low toward Jones. It's too far. Sails over the head of the 6'4" Andre Jones. That's another turnover on Nicholls. They're 8th already. This season they average 13.5 giveaways, the fewest in the Southland Conference. It's off to a very poor start here offensively. Here's Nicholls. HBU with it. Stop the 2-game road losing streak. Castro in the lane against Jones. Outside Janacek, right wing, triple on the way. Missed everything wrong. accelerate to the lane outside Spencer. Tight pass court. Cross court feed. Johnson right wing triple. So KJ's heating up. He's got a second three-pointer. The one Colonel shooting the ball well so far. 8 points for Kevin Johnson. 8 to Nicholls 15. Colonel's back within 4, 19 to 15. 6:45 on the road in first half. HBU with it. Yonachek right baseline driving and Spencer. They banked it home. That was a tough angle. Almost toward the baseline. Found a way. HBU back up a half dozen. 21-15. 6.5 to go. Opening net. Damian Sears stops his dribble left wing. Down high. Kevin Johnson off the screen. Wheels to the right elbow. Floater up, off, and out. And every part of the ring and drop through. KJ is the first player for either team in double figures with 10. Johnson brings Nicholls back to the 4. 21-17. About 6 to go in this opening half of Thibodeau, where Nicholls this season is 6-1. They've won 6 in a row since losing their conference opener here at home. KC on top for HBU. Bounce feed. Yeah, poked away by Sears. Taking up here Spencer. A basket here. Nicholls is back within a single possession. Spencer to Johnson. Up top, Ty Gordon. Daylight for 3. And he Ty Gordon, the Southland's 8th leading scorer, coming in just a shade south of 15 per game. Maybe that'll get him going. He's got 6. And Nicholls back up with a single point. It's an 8-0 run. 21-20. 5.5 to go in this opening half. And a rifle pass from Boothman looking down low for EAM, and he threw it too far at the right block. Didn't hit him, it's a turnover. That's already the 9th giveaway in HBU, so despite shooting 53%, they've turned it over 9 times. They've only taken 19 shots. And now Nicholls with it, they can retake the lead. Kevin Johnson right wing. Nicholls trails 21-20 with 5:15 to go in the first half. KJ pull up, free throw, and a jump shot. And Nicholls is back in front. They've got 7 in a row. 22-21. Rolling under 5 to go in the opening half. JC right wing backs down Kevin Johnson. And his pass stopped again by KJ with 2 hands. Here he comes. Up top, Ty Gordon. Transition 3. Back iron miss. Sailing for the rebound. Here's Spencer. He goes flying out of bounds. Bangs over that taco ball side of the baseline. He's going back to HBU. That was a great look for Nicholls. Just couldn't keep it in. They figured the run was coming. It's up 7 in a row for the Colonels. They've scored 12 in the past 14 after once trailing by 9. They have a 1-point advantage, 22-21, 4:45 to go. A couple subs are on. They're going to reset the lineup for you for HBU. Bryson along with Yonachek, and then C and McKenzie. Nicholls has the same 5 still. Johnson, Sears, Spencer, and then Jones and Ty Gordon. C with the dribble up top. On the left wing. This is Yonachek. Here Spencer falls down. Yonachek fires, rings it out. Rebound through the hands of Andre Jones, who was taken out of bounds though, I believe by EAM. HBU's trying to clear his last touch by Nicholls. The officials are conversing. That'll be Nicholls' ball with 4:19 to play in this opening half. So Nicholls up a point. And trailed by as many as 9 early. Terrell is not pleased on the sideline right now with that blue pole red. Yelling that Andre Jones knocked that ball out of bounds. Girls have now made 5 of their last 6 shots. They're up to 36% from the floor. And looking for a 2nd consecutive home win. They've won 12 of their past 13 Southland Conference home games. Very tough to win here on this floor for the road team. Andre Jones with the dribble up top. 4-play opening half, Nicholls by a point. Jones right wing, that's a 3. Front rim miss. Rebound McKenzie with 2 hands. Now the pass to JC. Here comes HBU. Can retake the lead with basket. C accelerates in the lane. Blocked by Jones, but a body foul on Ty Gordon, who's flying by and helps him. And free throws upcoming on the other side of the 4 media time. JC. So, with 3:52 to go in this opening half in Thibodeau, it's Nicholls 22, HBU 21. This is a 7-0 run to reclaim the lead. We're back after this. Sports Radio Network. but the Huskies once led by as many as 9 points. And Nicholls has reeled off 12 of the last 14 points since. And they've done with their defense, doing a nice job of converting turnovers into points. Nicholls 10 points off of now 10 HBU turnovers. Jack Benjamin back with you. Nicholls again looking for a full straight win, trying to get to 11-2 in the Southern Conference. If he chips full right way from the day, they can get him a tie for second in the Southern Conference. HBU meanwhile trying to win just their second road game of the season. They're 1-10 coming in and trying to get to 4-7 in the Southern and stay alive in the 8th spot in the conference tournament. GC at the line, redshirt freshman, missed the first free throw. Missed the second, so the 62.5% shooter switch from there. And HBU ties the game at 22. 3:48 first half, Gordon with Buford, Johnson, Spencer, and then Sears. Johnson left hand triple off the heel. He tips the rebound to Long. So Long, CEAM, Janacek, and McKenzie the 5 for HBU. Shooting 50% from the floor, just 1 drive and 3. C in the lane, floater, back rim, and off offensive foul. Damian Sears steps in and draws the charge. And it's the 16th foul now on HBU. So for C, that's his first foul. Turnover number 11 on the offensive foul. And Nicholls now just a foul away from getting into the bonus the rest of the half. Tied at 22, 3:24 to go here in Thibodaux. Nicholls looking for the season sweep of HBU. They beat them by 9 in Houston back on January the 20th. Damian Sears dribble handoff, Ty Gordon, contested well by Bryson Long. Now high in the right, 5 feet behind the arc, it's Kevin Johnson. Damian Sears looking for help, finds Kevin Johnson at the timeline. Shot clock down to 6, down to 5. KJ turns the corner, lost the ball. Sears on the floor for it, taken back by McKenzie. Shot clock expires and he finds Janacek. HBU now wants to push. Janacek double teamed on the sideline with the foul. Goes on Pierce Spencer. That is his first. And the third as a team, I think, was they've done a nice job of defending that foul. Damian Sears out, Raji Lyons back in. Raji 7 minutes, yet to score and yet to grab a rebound. He's been quiet so far. He comes off his third double-double of the season on Saturday against Central Arkansas. 2:49 first half, we're tied at 22. Inbounds pass to Jade C in the backcourt for HBU. It's Ty Gordon to the right wing. And now bounces a pass up top to Lauren between the rings. Accelerates left side, backs out toward the corner. Janacek on the left. Post feed down low, EAM in the middle of the paint against Lyons. Put the shoulder down and backs it in. It's good footwork by the sophomore from Cypress, Texas. His second field goal, HBU back up a deuce. 24-22, we roll towards 2 to play opening half. Jeremiah Buford, left wing 3 off to the left of miss. He has just been off these last few games. He's now 2 of his last 9 from 3. C in the lane for HBU. EAME and a tough catch on the right baseline to foul. It's on Raji Lyons. That'll be his first. Again, only the 4th as a team at Nicholls. All of a sudden, the Colonels have now got scoreless going on 3 minutes again, and they're down 2. 24-22, HBU lead, 2:08 to go first half. I was talking about the meaning of this game for HBU. They're only a game back of New Orleans right now for the 8th spot, and that final spot to get into the conference tournament, and a game and a half back of Southeastern for 7th. They don't play either of those teams on the remaining schedule, so every game for them has to feel like a must-win just to get to the tournament. There's Bryson Long off the inbounds pass the left baseline. Shot the ball, it wasn't tipped. It goes back to McKenzie, who dunks it down. Boy, that looked like it could have been a travel. They're saying that that ball got tipped off the hands of Long. And it turns into a jam, and it's a 4-point lead for HBU. 26-22, we're inside of 2 to go in the opening half. Andre Jones, right baseline, Jeremiah Buford. Cut off well by HBU. Now it's Sears right elbow, size advantage on C. He sees it, he goes inside, he backs it home, offensive foul. Trying to claim that EAM was in the restricted area to no avail. And now before Kevin Johnson can check in, now the let come in. There was a brief pause. I thought maybe they were going to talk, but they won't. So that's a foul on Sears, which is already his second. important because in a game like this where there's no Najee Garvey, Nicholls is normal starting power forward. Out with a coach's decision, Nicholls has to find ways to manufacture points in the paint. Just over 90 seconds to go first half. HBU leads by 4. They've led by as many as 9 here on the road. Where this season they are just 1-10 away from Houston, 1-4 in conference road games. 26-22. HBU to our right. C left wing McKenzie bounces it to Janacek in the left corner. Gets a step on Jones, skips it past the wall. Up top to C, gets by Johnson in the lane. Floater is up and good. He's a good looking player. Jade C, who comes off a season high 14 on Saturday, on Monday I should say, against NSU. He's got 7. Now straight on, it's Buford connecting on 3. He says, finally. Buford drops in a truck. And that stops a little run for HBU. Nicholls back with a 3. First basket for Buford. 28-25, inside of a minute to go first half. HC out near the timeline to Janacek against Kevin Johnson with the left wing. Bounce feed, Iayemi free throw line. Pulls up for a jumper, that spins out. Rebound Andre Jones. Nicholls can time with a 3. Get within 1 with a 2. They could have gone quickly for a 2-for-1. They won't. Andre Jones now accelerates in the lane. His floater is off the front of the iron and foul. Free throws coming for Jones. Foul on Iayemi is number 2. 7th team foul with 31 to go, 5 to go in the half. 2 free throws coming for Andre Jones. His first is nothing but net. 63.5% free throw shooter this year, 72% last year. Is Andre Jones. Gene C was talking to the official about something. Now Ron Cottrell is going to call a timeout. So 31.5 to go in the first half. Just joining us, HBU jumped out of the gates hot. They were shooting around 55% in the first 12, 13 minutes or so. Led by as many as 9. It was a 19-10 lead with 8:15 to go. So both teams really started off slow, but it was more so. They were 3 for their first 14. Now 6 of their past 12. Heated up substantially. HBU though is still shooting lights out on the floor, 13 for 24. It's not their norm to be doing what they're doing offensively because, well, they're relatively good field goal shooting team. HBU. They normally rely on the three pretty heavily. They make 8 3-pointers per game, which is good for second in the conference. They've only made 1 today on 9 tries. They're still up by 2. So Ron Cottrell has to feel very pleased about where his team's at right now. 1 more free throw for Andre Jones. Nicholls down on 2. 28-26, 31.5 to go in the first. And he got a both. So Jones exits. 4 points in his 16 minutes. Pierce Spencer comes back in offense defense. He bounce pass to Jade C, who says clear it out so we can handle pressure. And Nicholls brings 2 in the backcourt. C races across the timeline. Double team comes from Buford on the sideline. He steps through, finds McKenzie. Outside Janacek, right wing dribble is short. Rebound Bryson long. Now HBU can hold it for the final shot of the half. See if they notice it. Gomes hands off to Janacek. Might have been a moving screen, no call. Tiptoes the baseline, back to Gomes. His right-hand hook is good. With 5 seconds to go. Up by 3 HBU. Here comes Nicholls with 2 with 1. Kevin Johnson, right wing, fires up a 3. He couldn't find an angle to get it off. It was too long. And that takes us to halftime in Thibodeau. HBU will take a 3-point lead to the locker room on the road, 30-27. Huskies in that first half shoot the lights out. 53.8%, 14 for 26. 1 of 10 from 3. But they out-rebound Nicholls by 4 as well. They get 7 points from Jade C, 6 points from Zach Iayemi. Nicholls led the first half by 12 from Kevin Johnson. On 4 for 9 shooting, 2 of 6 from 3. They also got 6 from Ty Gordon. He was 2 of 6 from 3 range. Nicholls just 5 for 17 from 3. You heard it per game. Austin Norris talking about their effectiveness from 2-point range. Nicholls has been settling for pretty much everything from beyond the arc today and not converting, just 5 for 17 from deep. So halftime in Thibodeau, we'll come back and hear from Raji Lyons, Nicholls' senior center from Slidell. Had a chance to catch up with him about his breakout senior season. He's doubled his scoring output and rebounding output from last year. Had a chance to catch up with him about what he's doing well, what he's done to protect the rim, second to college blocks, what this team needs to do over the final 4 conference games to make they're playing their best ball in camp. Once more, your halftime score, HBU 30, Nicholls 27. We're back with halftime after this in a brief 10-second pause. Take a break for station identification. This is Nicholls basketball on the Colonel Sports Radio.
That's fine. You got a second or no? Yeah, I can spend a minute. I gotta my stat there.
Tickets for this weekend's game are on sale now. Be at the Dig Friday and Sunday as the Mariners take on Youngstown State. For more information and to purchase your tickets, call 985-448-4790 or log on to nicholstickets.universitytickets.com. Make sure you stay up to the minute with Colonel Athletics on social media. Visit us at New Colonels on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. And be sure to check out our latest videos. Nicholls on Fest. Girl fans, even if you can't make it to the game, you don't have to miss a second of action. Register for tournaments and all access and watch games.
I'm not keeping the record though.
I would say it's in the record. I can tell you, I'll look it up.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good thing. It should peak when I start. Well, now does it look okay?
Testing 1 2 1 2. So, and then yeah, see that's the problem. We got to make sure that that it's the camera audio that it's getting. That's got to be the problem. So just make sure you take note of that. Can you go in the room and listen to me? I'm gonna do a sound check. Hey Jay, leave it on for a second. Testing 1 2 1 2. We're testing 1 2, making sure. Jay, put the thing back on for a second. I need to see. Yeah. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. We're sound checking, making sure our audio is good. 30-27 lead at halftime for HBU on Nicholls. Colonel shooting the ball just 33% in that first half. Just sound checking here, making sure the mic is good. HBU at 54% from the floor, shooting the lights out in the first half. They are just 1 for 10 though from 3. So Nicholls hoping to establish some momentum. Still sound checking here. Testing 1-2. Nicholls at the half trailing by 3 to HBU 32-27.
Am I a genius or am I a genius?
You're definitely not a genius.
I knew that was. I didn't know what's button on the camera, but I figured it was getting the camera audio. Because we're going through the XLR, it's gonna get whatever's in there. So yeah, just remember that.
Is it too? Was it too loud or it was okay?
I can't really tell.
Okay, if you're okay, maybe like the first break, if you can just, because I might be over modulated now because of how clean. So if it's a little, I can just turn it down. But I'll keep it about 80%.
The main thing is the crowd was dead, so I would turn it down a little bit.
Okay.
Because that was the problem, was you couldn't hear yourself over the crowd.
Right. And HBU, the Colonels down 3, 30-27, the lead for HBU. So, around the Southland Conference, mentioned it being a busy day of hoops today. Our Southland Conference scoreboard brought to you by Thibodeau Regional Sports Medicine Center. SFA all over Northwestern State. The Lumberjacks are just cruising 72-46 in Natchitoches. They, again, still alive for the regular season title. They did get their band moved up, so they are not eligible for the postseason, but can still win that regular season championship. Very early on in Abilene, 11-9 lead for Sam Houston, 14-20 to go in the opening half. The loser there falls into second place. Nicholls with a win can move up to possibly third. The issue, of course, being SFA also with one loss. So from a regular season standings perspective, Nicholls cannot get to second, but SFA, for standings purposes, cannot, of course, get to the conference tournament. So Nicholls would inch closer with mainly with a Sam Houston win to grabbing that number 2 seed in the double bye in the conference tournament. Also underway, second half just getting underway in Hammond. 47-38 lead on the road for McNeese. That would be a big win for the Cowboys. 2-8 in the Southland. Still alive, but need a lot of help to get that final and 8th spot in the conference tournament. Southeastern at 5-6. That's a big one for them and a big one for HBU as well. UNO leads Corpus at the half in Corpus Christi, 30-29, 1-point lead. And in San Antonio, Lamar rolling over UIW right now, 12:30 to go, 49-32. UIW 5-5 in the Southland. So this would be a hurtful loss for sure for them as they try to inch closer and maybe grab that 4th spot. Still a battle there with Northwestern State. We'll see if they can hold on to that 4th spot in that final bye in the to the quarterfinals of the conference tournament. Again, here at halftime, HBU 30, Nicholls 27. We're back with the second half after this in 60 seconds on the Colonel Sports Radio Network. Getting ready for the start of the second half in Thibodeau. Nicholls trailing HBU by 3 at the break, 30-27. HBU in that first half just under 54% from the floor as they look for a 4th win in conference play and try to keep their hopes alive for that 8th and final spot in Katy. Nicholls in that first half led by 12 points from Kevin Johnson. The senior from Thibodeau was 4 of 9 for the floor. He also matched his career high 6 steals in the first half for the Southland steals leader. HBU led by a host of players, but Jade C had 7 to lead the way. HBU starts with the ball in the royal blue and orange jerseys. Inbounds pass contested from Castro to Janacek. He brings it into the front court out there with C, Iayemi, and Long. Nicholls with the starters. Gordon, Jones, Lyons, and then Johnson and Forbes. Bryson Long turns the corner, down the lane with a right hand, too strong off the glass. Rebound, Kevin Johnson. And Nicholls wants to run right away as we start this second half. Ty Gordon, 6 first half points for Nicholls' leading scorer. Out high on the right wing to Kevin Johnson. Back to Gordon, right wing, launches for 3 and connects. So Ty has 9 points, all of them coming from 3-point range, 3 of 7 now. And Nicholls ties the game at 30. 30 seconds into this second half. Again, Nicholls trying to get to 11-2 in conference play and keep their hopes alive of maybe a regular season title and possibly that double bye for the conference tournament in a few weeks. HBU hoping to just keep their eyes sight and stay within arm's length of that 8th seed in the final spot to Katy. Jade C, right baseline drive at Lyons, missed short with a floater, rebound Ty Gordon. Nicholls with a 3-on-3 here. Johnson to Forns, right corner, that's a triple, you bet. So Jalen Forns for three, 6 quick points from three to start this second half for Nicholls. They were 5 for 17 in the first half, and they regained the lead 33-30. A minute and 15 into the second stanza. Nicholls hasn't trailed much in conference play, but when they have, they've been finding ways to win. They're 2-1 when trailing at the half in conference play. Across the lane, Pedro Castro floats it up and in from 6 feet straight on. HBU's leading scorer, 14 a game with his first points, and he cuts the deficit to 1. 33-32, Jalen Forns, left baseline drive, up and under, pivot. Oh, he was wide open, threw it too strong off the glass with a right-handed hook. Rebound Bryson Long, HBU wants to run. Castro only took 1 shot in the first half. 6th leading three-point shooter in the country, 51%. He pulls up from mid-range and splashes it through from the free throw line. HBU back in front, courtesy of 4 consecutive points from the junior from Fort Worth, Texas, in the Blinn College transfer. Andre Jones now, 2 minutes into the second half. Nicholls down a point. Jalen Forns straight away for 3 and rattles it down. Couple second half threes for Forns, who in the first half did not score. Nicholls back up a deuce, 36-34. 2.5 gone. HBU with it to our left. Again, they're 1-10 coming in on the road. Have lost 2 straight. They're 3-25 on the road the past 2 years. Pedro Castro straight on, 16-footers, a brick, but a foul. Jalen Forns undercut him, and free throws coming here for Castro, who has come out aggressive. Mentioned he's their leading scorer. 14 points per game. He averages more than 15 in Southland play, and chance for a couple of free throws to add to his total. He's already got 4 to start the second half and can tie the game at the line for HBU. 36-34 Nicholls, 17:20 on the clock. And Castro, who's a terrific free throw shooter, 83% rattles in the first. One more for Castro, who started his career at UT Arlington, redshirted his first year. His next year averaged about 2 points per game, and then went to Blinn College, was an honorable mention all-region pick last year, 10 points a game, and he's got 6 quick ones in the second half, makes both free throws. We're tied at 36. Approaching 3 gone second half. Andre Jones cutting off a rifle feed from Johnson, went through his hands. Bryson Long takes it away for HBU. Left-handed scoop is short. Rebound Jalen Forns. Up ahead, this is Andre Jones. Accelerates into Iayemi, goes right at him. Lost the ball, got it back, and his foul. Iayemi trying to claim he was straight up, and Andre went right at him with the right hand, and free throws coming for the senior from Little Rock. Foul on Iayemi, their starting center, is his 3rd. That's a big call. Ryan Gomes, who played very well in the first half, 4 points in 6 minutes off the bench. He made both his shots. We'll get ready to check in for him. Andre Jones, meanwhile, knocks down the first free throw. Entered again at 63%. And today he's made all 3 of his free throws. He's got 5 points. Nicholls up a tally, 37-36, with 16:56 on the second half clock. One more free throw is good. So Jones got them both. Nicholls by a deuce. 3 minutes elapsed in this second half. Back and forth we go. Austin Claunch mentioned it. Throw-out records in conference play. This is a feisty and tough HBU team. Very young but tough. Janacek up top C. Dribbles to the elbow, spins inside. Floaters blocked by Lyons and taken by Andre Jones. He dashes up court on the left side. Pass goes too high for Forns. Now that's not quite how they draw up the 3-man weave in practice. Just a bit high for Forns, who stands maybe 6'3", and that ball was 2 feet above his head and behind him. So Nicholls blows a golden opportunity there. HBU with it back down 2. Can take the lead again with a 3. They led by 3 at the half. We roll towards 4 gone in the second. Janacek left wing with 2 on him. C up top almost dragged the pivot foot. Lobs it down low towards Gomes, knocked away by Lyons. The terrific post defense from Raji continues. Nicholls now hopes to build on a 2-point advantage. 16 minutes to go in the second half. Andre Jones, top of the arc. Meanders to the left wing, up top to Forns, stolen away by Castro. He will glide down, lost the ball though. Layup try is blocked off the backboard by Forns, but a goaltend. Well, that wasn't the most comfortable looking transition basket for Castro. I think he was trying to gather his footing to dunk it, but effective nonetheless. and some sloppy play from Nicholls basically gave away 4 points. And HBU turns around and they're tied again. Tied at 38, 15:51 to go, second half here in Thibodaux. Nicholls hoping for a 7th straight home win, trying to get to 11-2 in the conference on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
How many you need?
I need 4.
I got 3. It's all good.
Visit our website at lakcajunvalue.com to learn more. Maryland's County Reporter Partners and support.
Both teams have shot it well to start the second half, tied at 38. 15:51 to go here from Stouffer Gym in Thibodaux. Jack Benjamin back with you. Nicholls and HBU deadlocked. HBU led by 3 at the half. Nicholls hoping to get to 11-2 in conference play. HBU trying to get to 4-7 and continue to stay within arm's distance of that 8th spot and final spot to Katy. Nicholls with it to our right. Raji Lyons left block kicks it out forward. Straight away triple. Back iron miss. Rebound goes on the weak side to Ty Dalton. So HBU now to our left in a tie game at 38. Bounce feed down low. Gomes missed a layup. Point blank range. He missed it with the right hand on the right block. Andre Jones accelerates. Hands it off to Gordon. Right wing launches for 3. Off the heel. Rebound caroms to Raji Lyons. In the corner, Forns. Passed up a 3. Goes inside with the left. Comes up short on the layup. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nicholls. Both teams with terrific looks on that sequence. Neither converts. We're still tied at 38 with 15:09 to go. Pierre back in. Jade C gets a rest. Mentioned Ty Dalton had checked in. So Castro with Pierre. And then Gomes, Long, and Dalton, the 5 for HBU. Gordon, Johnson, Jones, Forns, and Lyons, the 5 starters still out there for Nicholls. 15 minutes to go here in Thibodaux. Tied at 38. Dalton, right corner against Jones. With a left-hand dribble, works toward the top. Now backs down, right block. Double team comes on him. He still has the dribble to the free throw line. Outside Pierre, left wing. Dashes inside, cut off. Outside Dalton into a thicket to Castro. 2 on the timer. Launches from 16 feet from the right wing. It's long. Rebound Andre Jones. Outlet pass Kevin Johnson. Has Gordon with him. Doesn't use him. Instead misses a layup. He had Gordon wide open and then couldn't convert. Here comes HBU with it. Castro, left wing. Thought about a 3. Hesitates. Inside. Banks it in. Flying down the left baseline. Castro has 8 second half points, making now 10 second half points. And HBU leads by a deuce, 40-38, approaching 14 to go. And Castro has just come out guns blazing in the second half after going scoreless in the first. Gordon to Jones, right corner. That's a 3, you bet. The rare Andre Jones 3-point sighting. It's his 7th make of the season from 3, but that's a big one. It puts Nicholls back on top by 1. 41-40, under 14 to go. Pierre turns the corner left baseline. He's cut off well by Lyons. Tries to step through, nowhere to go. Dalton now, left wing for 3, well short. Rebound claimed by Jalen Forns with 2 hands. Austin Claunch telling his team to slow things down. We roll towards 13.5 to go. Nicholls hoping for a 7th straight home win here today. Andre Jones, left corner, another 3. That one pinballs out. Rebound Ty Dalton. So Andre's now 1 for 3 from distance. Ty Dalton for HBU in the royal blue and orange jerseys to our left. They post feed Gomes. Outside his pass, stolen away by Jones, but taken back by Pierre. HBU with a break there. Castro to Long, left corner 3. Spins it out, rebound Forns. He's done a great job on the glass. Again, Nicholls without their second leading scorer and leading rebounder Najee Garvin. Coach's decision not playing. So the guards have to pick up the slack on the glass, and Forns has done just that. Ty Gordon turns the corner, down the lane. All kinds of contact, no call. And the coaching staff for Nicholls can't believe it. He went right into Gomes, who stayed up straight. It's a good job to contest the shot. Boothman and Iayemi back in for HBU. They'll replace Gomes and Long. So with 12:50 to go, HBU goes a little bigger. Neither team has played particularly big here today. HBU usually has one big, Iayemi or Gomes, and then that kind of flex forward. Now Damian Sears, who was late to the scorer's table, will be allowed to check in. So 12:50 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Ty Gordon, right baseline inbound. Lobs it into Damian Sears, left point. Nicholls up a point, 12:45 to go. Forns, left wing, that's a three, cashes in again. Jalen Forns with his third second half three-pointer. He's got all 9 in this early second half. And Nicholls up by 4, 44 to 40. That's their largest lead tonight. Pierre, meanwhile, answers right back with a long 2 straight away. Halves the deficit to 2. 44-42, we approach 12 to go. Andre Jones with it, right wing, up top, Forns. Another 3, why not? Jalen Forns is on fire. He's got a dozen second half points. Nicholls up 5, 47-42. Oh man, he's got the flames on 2K right now. Iayemi on the lob down low and a foul. See, this one's on, it's on Sears. It's a hold down low. So that is number 3 on Nicholls. It's either Sears' 3rd or 4th. Let's confirm. That's number 3. So 3 on Sears. He's in there to give Raji Lyons some rest and for his presence on the boards with no Garvin. Dalton left baseline inbound finds Iayemi. Back to Dalton at the right wing. 12 to go, Nicholls by 5, 47-42. Wrap around post feed entry on the right block. Knocked away by Sears, but a foul. And that's just not a very smart decision by Sears with 3 fouls. No need to do that. That's his 4th foul, and Austin Claunch now is in quite the predicament rest of the way because Raji Lyons, you got to rest him at some point, but he may have to go the rest of the way. 11:59 left. Nicholls 47, HBU 42. HBU ball. When we come back, Nicholls trying to fight their way to a 7th straight home win on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Colonel football fans, catching the Cardinals in action this Saturday against Lamar at 3 p.m. Secure your seat today as capacity is limited. Call 985-448-4790 or visit NicholsTickets.UniversityTickets.com to purchase today.
Come on, a little bit more paper. Here it comes, bro.
11:59 left in Thibodaux. Nicholls hoping for a 7th straight home win here today, trying to get to 11-2 in the Southland Conference. Has not been easy against the feisty HBU Huskies. Jack Benjamin back with you. 47-42 lead for Nicholls over HBU. Nicholls trailed by 3 at the half. HBU playing for their postseason lives right now. They're currently in 9th in the conference, a game back of New Orleans for 8th. HBU with it to our left, down 5. Castro left baseline. Beautiful feed to Iayemi. Up in the air, somehow found him underneath the lay at home with the right hand off the window. And HBU is back within 3. Iayemi's played a nice game, 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting. And it's 47-43 Nicholls. Andre Jones on the right side, throws up a floater off the window and it drops. He kind of waited on the way down to get the shot blocker Iayemi off his feet and then down again. And Andre now putting together a nice second half. He's got 11, 3rd Colonel in double figures. Pierre, meanwhile, for HBU, turns the corner and misses on a floater. Here comes Ty Gordon for Nicholls. 49-44 with the ball to our right. Jones thought about a straight on 3. Now it's Forns. Left wing drives and he's fouled. It's a reach-in called on Zayante Boothman. The freshman from Buckeye, Arizona, picks up his 1st and the team's 2nd. So 11:13 to go in the game. Right now for Nicholls, Ty Gordon, Kevin Johnson, Jalen Fornes, Andre Jones, and Raji Lyons, the 5 starters. And for HBU, Castro with Pierre, Dalton, Iayemi, and Boothman. Jalen Fornes, oh boy. A pass from Andre Jones, just kind of casually throwing it to Fornes to reset the offense on the right wing. He was on the left. Fornes wasn't even looking for it. It was behind him, and it goes out of bounds. As careless a turnover as you'll see, Nicholls has 14 of them in the game, 1 above their season average. HBU with it now can get back within a possession. Pierre's pass tipped by Lyons. Taken back though by Boothman. Under 11 to go, HBU with it to our left. Pierre post feed Iayemi at the free throw line. That's a little outside his comfort zone, so he feeds off to Pierre. On the right, meanders, angles a pass, right block, Iayemi underneath against Lyons. Goes up, bank shot, rolls around and off, and the rebound claimed by Raji Lyons. Only his 3rd today. Andre Jones accelerates right side to Fornes, right corner for 3, rimmed it out, and Dalton snatches the rebound away from Kevin Johnson. Nicholls has some great looks. Pressure in the backcourt on Dalton. Goes to Iayemi, who finds Pierre. Terminates the free throw line and wheels back outside of the left point. We approach the midway point of the second half. Nicholls leads by 5. It's their largest margin today. Has not been much separation for either team. Largest lead for HBU was 9 in the first half. Shot clock to 7. Castro right baseline. Double team comes. Somehow found Iayemi again. That ball might have been tipped away. Boy, that's an incredible pass. A cutting Iayemi off the double team lays home another finger roll, and HBU with it back within 3. 49-46, 9:50 on a turning second half clock. Ty Gordon off a screen to the free throw line, outside Fornes, drives right baseline into a thicket, had his pocket picked by Dalton. 3-on-2 for HBU if they hurry. Dalton lobs it up. Castro, no good on the layup, but it's an offensive foul regardless. Kevin Johnson hops in, takes the charge from Dalton on the pass. They always say that's one of those charges where you can kind of sneak your way in there and get away with it a lot of the time. Kevin Johnson is just such a crafty defender. There's nothing that he doesn't do well. That's the thing. I was asking Austin Claunch earlier when he was praising and pushing Kevin Johnson for a possible Defensive Player of the Year campaign, which he has a great shot at. 6 steals today to extend his Southland Conference lead. He said he's just so solid on every part of defense. Help side on the ball, stealing it. Nicholls, meanwhile, with it to our right, up by 3, 9:20 to go. Raji Lyons backing down, left block. And Iayemi tried to pull the chair on him and went flying backward, but they call a foul. So it's a blocking foul on Iayemi. That is his 4th. And that's a big call. Their starting center is going to have to sit down. Iayemi's played a great game, 10 points, 3 rebounds for the sophomore out of Cypress, Texas. So Ryan Gomes, who's played a nice game off the bench, checks back in. Kevin Johnson for Nicholls, across the lane, floater off the heel. Raji Lyons tips the rebound to himself, almost claimed by Boothman, and then last touched by Lyons as he tumbles into his bench. That 280-pound frame knocking over a couple of those chairs. You know, the chairs are already arranged in 3 rows. It was almost like a set of dominoes. They just were bulldozed over by Raji. He's back up, though, and okay. That's the good thing about falling into your own bench. 49-46 Nicholls, 9:11 to go, and a steal off the inbounds pass from Castro. Spencer picked his pocket, reverse layup with the right hand off the window and in, and now on the baseline inbounds, Castro has to call a timeout. The lead is back to 5 for Nicholls, 51-46, 9:03 to go, and the freshman Pierce Spencer doing what he does, providing another spark. He came out of nowhere to pick his pocket and lay it home. This is a 30-second timeout that turns into a full with 9:03 to go. We're back in 60. Nicholls up 5 on HBU, 51-46. Looking for their 11th conference win, trying to keep pace with that second place spot in the standings on the Colonel Sports Radio Network. 9:03 left in Thibodaux. Nicholls 51, HBU 46. Colonels trailed by 3 at the half and have turned it around in this second half thanks to some solid defense. HBU 54% first half shooting, just 41% so far in the second, and they trail now by 5. HBU ball to our left. Dalton, Pierre with McKenzie, Gomes, and Boothman. Here's Dalton, left wing against Lyons on a switch. Tries to take him left baseline. Passes off to McKenzie, cutting, missed a layup. Short ball knocked around, taken by Kevin Johnson. Here comes Nicholls with a 5-point lead. A basket here, they've got their largest lead of the night. Ty Gordon, left wing, launches for 3. No! Put back, follow-up jam. Raji Lyons soaring to the rafters to thunder it home with 2 hands. And the largest lead tonight for the Colonels at 7 points. 53-46, 8:20 to go. What a put-back jam by Raji. Didn't score in the first half. His first points of the game. 8 minutes to go. Pierre outside Dalton. Right wing triple to answer. No. Long. Pierre tips it. And last touched by Buford. We'll stay with HBU. 8:04 to go. 53-46 lead for Nicholls. HBU for the game, just 1 of 12 from three-point range. Nicholls 11 for 28. They have picked it up in the second half, 6 for 11 after 5 for 17 in the first. 8 minutes to go. Dalton against Spencer, and I think a hand check there on Pierce. It's team foul number 4. Can't say it enough about Nicholls today, but have just done such a great job of not committing fouls. So with 7:56 to go, Nicholls leads by 7. We'll take a break. Nicholls 53, HBU 46. Colonels looking to close this one out, get a 7th straight home win. We're back after this on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you.
.56 to go in Thibodaux. Nicholls hoping to protect home court, trying to get to 11-2 in the Southland Conference, keep pace with the leaders. They have won 3 straight games. They've won 6 straight here at home. Right now up 7 on HBU, 53-46. HBU inbounds to Ty Dalton in the backcourt. He's out there with Gomes, Pierre, Boothman, and McKenzie. HBU has missed 4 of their last 5. Inside Boothman with a floater on the right block, and it's long but a foul. It's on Jalen Forns, and that is his 3rd. Making his 2nd. So 5th team foul on Nicholls, 53-46 lead with 7:44 left, and Zayante Boothman goes to the free throw line. Freshman from Buckeye, Arizona, good looking player, knocks in the first free throw. He's an 81% free throw shooter as Pedro Castro, their leading scorer, comes back in along with Hunter Janacek. Dalton and McKenzie leave. Boothman came in as the 2nd leading freshman scorer in the Southland Conference, only behind Kason Harrison of Lamar. Just south of 12 per game. He makes both free throws. Been a quiet night for him, though, overall. Those are just his first 2 points. And HBU is back to within 5. They just won't go away. 7:40 left. Nicholls with it to our right in the white jerseys. Raji Lyons, dribble handoff, Andre Jones, top of the circle, turns the corner, goes up with the left hand and banks it home. He has been in attack mode in this second half. Jones with now 13 points, 9 in the second stanza. Nicholls by 7, matching their largest lead. 55-48, 7:20 to go. Pierre pull up, 20-footer on the left wing is short. Rebound taken in by Raji Lyons. Outlet pass to Forns. Oh, he tried to throw that ball through 2 defenders to Jones. Tipped out of bounds by Bryson Long, who hops over the chain that separates the fans from the court, then climbs about 4 rows up. Thankfully, he didn't trip, and it'll stay with Nicholls. Jade C will come back in for HBU. He'll replace Miles Pierre. 7:09 to go. Nicholls up 7, 55-48. Jones with Gordon, Forns, Johnson, and Raji Lyons. Forns to Jones, left wing. He's had a couple threes today. Now to Kevin Johnson. This is a zone look now from HBU. Forns, left wing. He's had 4 threes in the second half. Give him another. Right down the hatchet from the left wing. 15 second half points for Jalen Forns. Nicholls up double digits for the first time tonight. Inside goes a driving C, came up short on the floater, but put back up and in by Gomes. 58-50, Nicholls by 8 points, 6.5 to go. Lyons to Johnson, right wing, he wants a 3. That's long, weak side rebound collected by Bryson Long, and HBU now trying to inch a little closer. C backs out a right-hand dribble to Gomes at the top of the arc. Between the circles, dribble handoff, Bryson Long. Left wing pulls up, wants a 3. It's off the heel. Offensive rebound tracked down by Castro. Now he gets it back, right wing, 4 feet beyond the arc is short. Rebound Jalen Forns, collects his 5th rebound. 15 points, 5 boards for Jalen Forns, who made the start here today in place of Najee Garvin. And now with 5:56 left, Austin Clance wants to call time. It's a 30-second timeout. So 5:56 to go. Again, if you're just joining us, Nicholls led by, well, Nicholls trailed, I should say, by 3 points at halftime. Trailed by as many as 9 in the first half. In the second half, they have shot the ball a whole lot better. 33% shooting in the first, 50% in the second. HBU, the polar opposite right now, 54% first half shooting. They're down to 33.3% in the second, 8 for 24. Nicholls being led right now by 15 from Jalen Forns. Balance personified again. 15 for Forns, 13 for Jones, 12 for Johnson, and 9 for Gordon. If Gordon gets a point, it'll be now 6 of the last 7 where Nicholls had 4 or more players in double figures. So the Colonels will trigger in on the right sideline. Inbounds pass in the backcourt goes to Andre Jones, along with Kevin Johnson, Ty Gordon, Raji Lyons. 5:50 left. Nicholls by 8 points. Largest lead has been 10. Ty Gordon, free throw line outside Forns. Right wing, hoist a 3, and right down the hatchet again. Oh, he can't be stopped. Jalen Forns has 18 second half points on 6 threes. 61-50, largest lead today for Nicholls at 11. On the other side, Gomes lays it in off the feed from C to respond. HBU back within 9. Jalen Forns, the ultimate microwave oven in this second half, my goodness. Approaching 5 to go, Nicholls by 9. Kevin Johnson turns the corner, right-handed scoop shot off the window and in. I think he got hit in the nose too. He's grabbing onto it, checking for blood. He's claiming to the ref that he got hit. I think he does have some blood. Got drilled right across the face. I don't know how they missed that one. And quickly the trainers are there to attend to his nose. 5:03 to go, Nicholls back up 11, 63-52. The offense in this second half has just been terrific. So they're going to have to make a sub for him. They couldn't get the bleeding to stop with 5:03 left. Pierce Spencer checks back in. So Gordon with Forns, Spencer, Jones, and Lyons. Jade C to the baseline. Outside Long, right corner triple, answers back. This HBU team just keeps on fighting. Another bucket for Long. Actually, his first basket today. He was 0 for 7 to that point. 63-55, it's back to 8. 4:40 left, Ty Gordon. Right wing, now to the baseline. The question is, where's Jalen Forns? Find him. Pierce Spencer down low, drop-off pass. Raji Lyons goes up, swatted cleanly, no call. Shot clock does not reset to 5-4. Pierce Spencer with 3, with 2. Right wing 3 is short, and the rebound down to C. And here comes HBU. They can make it a 2-possession game again. 4:14 left. Janacek right elbow pull-up jump shot is long. HBU has threatened plenty. They haven't quite hit that shot they need to put the kind of pressure on these last couple minutes. Ty Gordon will dribble it across the timeline. Bounces it over, left wing for Andre Jones. Off the screen from Lyons. Andre accelerates down the lane. Off leg layup is off, too strong. Rebound C. HBU running 4-on-3, long right wing. That's a three, and he's got another one. And HBU right back in it, down by 5. A 6-0 run courtesy of their freshman from Gilbert, Arizona, Bryson Long. A 39% three-point shooter coming in. Timeout was called before Jade C tried to draw a charge on Gordon. And Austin Claunch, with 3:34 to go, wants to talk it over. This HBU team, they're going to fight to the very end. They've only got 3 wins so far in conference play this year, I mentioned, but they've won 2 of the last 4. Finding ways to win here of late. Nicholls 63, HBU 58, 3:34 to go. We've got a good one. Stick with us. We're back after this on the Colonel Sports Radio Network. Well, Nicholls led by 11 not too long ago at the 5:13 mark, and that 11-point lead has been cut to 5. Bryson Long, the freshman from Gilbert, Arizona for HBU, back-to-back threes, 63-58 lead for Nicholls, 3:34 left. Jack Benjamin back with you. Nicholls trying to get to 11-2 in conference play, currently in 4th, hoping to get one of those top 2 spots for a double bye in the conference tournament. HBU hoping to keep their conference tourney hopes alive. Nicholls with it to our right, Andre Jones. Right wing, bounce feed, right block, Raji Lyons. Against EAME, backing him down. Spins in the paint, it's a foul on the floor. Ron Cottrell wanted some contact beforehand. Now EAME just picked up the foul. That should be number 5 on him based on my numbers. That is number 5. There was some confusion for a second. Ron Cottrell was waiting for them to officially say that he has to come out of the game, but that is number 5 on EAME. That's a big call. So the sophomore from Cypress, Texas, who is going to be an awfully good player in this conference the next couple of years, will come out, fouls out in 22 minutes, 10 points. Ryan Gomes back in, who's played well, but not quite the shot blocker and enforcer that EAME is. Nicholls with it up by 5, 63-58. 3:15 to go, trying to close this one out. Ty Gordon hides behind a Lions screen. Up top, Forns. Straight away for 3. And he rips the cords again. His 7th 3 of the second half. 21 second half points for Forns. 66-58 Nicholls. 2:58 to go. What a night for the redshirt senior from Pamlico County, North Carolina. Now they got a technical foul called on Nicholls on a ball that was deflected out of bounds. I don't know who this was called on. It's an unsportsmanlike foul that goes on Ty Gordon. So, yeah, I don't know if it looked like he and Jade C maybe were exchanging words. I'm not sure, but that means that Castro, who's an 83% free throw shooter, gets a couple free ones. It's not a good decision by Ty, who makes a whole lot of good ones. It's an off night, 9 points, 3 of 10. First free throw is good for Castro. He's got all 11 now of his points in the second half. He makes both free throws, nothing but net on both. And the HBU lead is, now the HBU deficit, I should say, is now a half dozen, 66-60 with 2:57 left. So HBU a chance to make this a 5 or 4 point trip. Long left wing, inside Gomes with a righty hook over. Fornes off to the right, a miss. Rebound Jones, and here comes Nicholls. Up by 6, 2:45 to go. Nearing closing time. Jones accelerates down the lane, takes contact and a foul. As Austin Conch says, when he puts his head down, there are very few people in the conference, let alone the country, who can stay in front of him. Free throws for Jones. Today 4 for 4 at the line, 13 points, his 5th straight game in double figures. First free throw is pure. Came in 63%, now 5 of 5 at the line. He had 23 off the bench in the first meeting against HBU back on January 20th. And give him 15 more tonight, a perfect 6 for 6 at the line. Nicholls 7 for 9 as a team. And they're up by 8 again, 68-60. 2:30 to go, GHC. Accelerating, lost the ball in the lane. It's off his hands. Now it's last touch by Lyons. Nicholls wanted a review. You're not going to get one with 2:33 left. McKenzie is going to check back in for HBU. He'll replace Gomes. So Janacek calling out signs on the left baseline inbound. 2:33 left. Nicholls by 8, 68-60. Janacek has it back right wing. Over to C in the right corner, and a foul on the floor. Looked like Ty Gordon holding on to McKenzie. That's foul number 7 on Nicholls. And now they're going to change it and call it on Lyons. So it's Raji's second instead. This is going to be a 1-and-1 for Philip McKenzie. Senior from Nassau in the Bahamas. He's averaging career lows in minutes, points, and rebounds. Only 63% at the free throw line. And the first one is off the heel. Missed the front ends. That's a big miss. You need every point you can get when you're down 3 possessions and only 2:20 left. Now Ty Gordon can dribble it up and run some clock. Across the timeline with 2:15 to go. Guarded by JHC. Those two have been going at it all night. Johnson feeds inside. Lyons to bank it home. Beautiful entry feed from Kevin Johnson. Raji converts an easy 2, and Nicholls back up at 10 points. Janacek, left corner for 3, rims it out. Offensive rebound, McKenzie back up, no. Got a rebound again, ripped away by Ty Gordon. 1:58 to go. Ty looking for help. Behind the back feed to Kevin Johnson. Up ahead, Raji Lyons. Waits, power dribble, and a foul on the floor. Nicholls has made every big play down the stretch. This is how you close conference games. Make your free throws, get stops. Don't allow second chances, although they allowed one moments ago. And on the other side, taking advantage of HBU mistakes. This is a 1-and-1 now for Lyons. 72% this year at the line. Front end of the 1-and-1 is pure. What a welcome sight to see Nicholls knocking in free throws. Raji with 5 points, all of them in the second half. 5 rebounds as well, a block and 2 steals. Second free throw is up and in, and the lead is a dozen. Lyons out, Pierce Spencer back in. 1:50 left, Nicholls by a dozen. So now HBU's got to hurry. You're down 12 and 1:50 left, and JHC is having trouble just breaking the Ty Gordon pressure. Drives into 2, bank shot no, but a foul. Now C putting pressure on this Nicholls defense, and he will head right back to the free throw line. Again, a guy who redshirted last year at Salt Lake Community College, prepped at Deerfield Academy in Massachusetts, where he averaged 23 points per game. He's a Queens, New York native. He's a tough kid. You can tell. Always in attack mode. His first free throw is up and in. He's only a 62.5% free throw shooter. You know, Ron Cottrell has got some nice young players in this program. Iayemi, who fouled out earlier. C is one. A couple other good ones. Pierre's a good one. One more free throw, and that one is true as well. So the lead for Nicholls is 10. 72-62. The scoreboard has it wrong momentarily with 1:41 left. Ron Cottrell calls a timeout. Timeout situation is as such. Nicholls has 1, HBU has 1. Nicholls 8 team fouls and HBU 7. So both teams in the bonus. Nicholls being led by 21 points from Jalen Forns. Every one of them in the second half. Every one of them via a three-pointer. This is one of the great second half college shooting performances I've ever seen. And the way that they've come in bunches for it. Just remarkable. So the lead 10 for Nicholls. They'll inbound right baseline. Lions with Jones, Forns, Gordon, and Johnson. Nicholls is doing this almost track start inbounds play. They've got all 5 lined up like you would for a track meet along the baseline. Raji Lyons to inbounds, looking, and finds Andre Jones. It's been effective the last couple of games. Hard to argue with it. Ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Kevin Johnson passes up ahead to Jalen Forns, and he's in the left corner. A couple players come at him. They swipe the ball out of bounds. They call a reach and foul. That's on Janacek, and Forns will go to the line for a 1-1. Kevin Johnson is out there with he's got a little piece of, looks like a bandage clotting that left nostril where he was bloodied earlier. He's hit to the nose. So Forns 1-1, has not been to the line today. He's only been at the three-point line. Now he makes the free throw. Front rim, back rim, and down for a terrific free throw shooter. This year he's only at 65% this year. For his career though, 77%. Shot at 89% in his last couple years at Wilmington. Second free throw is good as well. Season high for Forns of 23 points. 7 threes, couple of free throws there. Nicholls back up 12 points. 74-62, just under 90 seconds left. C is guarded by Kevin Johnson. Works across the timeline on the left side, on the right side of the floor. Now to the top of the arc, looking for someone to help out, and a reaching foul on Jones. Just not one you needed if you're Nicholls. Foul on Jones is first, with 1:20 to go. Last thing you want to do is allow this team to put points on the board, stop the clock, and then set the defense. Raji Lyons in, and Andre Jones will sit. So a 1-1 coming here for Jade C. 9 points, 3 of 4 at the line today. Makes the front end of the 1-1. It's a second straight double-figure scoring for him, third of the season. Second free throw is good. 74-64, the Nicholls lead is 10. Raji Lyons looking, Kevin Johnson open. Double team comes in the far corner. He's still looking to break pressure. Now he spins toward midcourt and works across the timeline and finds Pierce Spencer. And they give the foul on him with 1:13 to go. Now HBU is going to continue to drag this thing out, assuming they can continue to score on the other side of the floor. Pierce today has just 1 field goal. He had that great steal and bucket. This is a 1-1, and all net on that first free throw. Pure looking stroke there for the freshman from Porter, Texas. Came in as a 61.5% free throw shooter. He's now 9 for 14 on the year. 1 more coming, and those are 2 pure ones right there. 76-64 Nicholls, 1:12 to go. Jade C. I don't know why he's waiting. You got to go if you're HBU. You're down 4 possessions. C pulls up, blocked away by Raji Lyons. Maybe the exclamation point. Ty Gordon will peel it back outside for Pierce Spencer. He drives inside, goes up to lay it home with the right hand and missed. Not a good miss there. Could have run some clock. Now it's McKenzie up ahead. Janacek, left corner, triple, got it. There's the turnaround HBU needed. They were gifted a possession. 48.5 left, 9-point game. Kevin Johnson is fouled. It may not matter, but those are the kind of plays that you'll learn as a freshman. You can pull that thing out, and you got 20 more seconds off the clock. 46.6 left. Austin Claunch, I think, talking it over with his outstanding freshman guard right now. One of those learning moments in a conference season. So Kevin Johnson has 2 free throws now, double bonus, 10th team foul on HBU. KJ today, 14 points. He's 2 for 4 though at the line, and he misses another free throw. You don't see this much. He's taking some shots in this game. He's kind of limping around on his right leg. I don't know if that's a major issue or what. He's got the right leg thing. The right nostril is clogged up by some cotton. He knocks in the second free throw. He's definitely favoring that right leg. 10-point Nicholls lead, 48 seconds left. C to Castro, left wing, given room for 3. Rims it out. Rebound Jones, and a foul on, looks like Nicholls. It's a push on Lyons. That's his third. And again, just not a foul you have to commit. You stop the clock with 36.8, 10-point game. So double bonus for McKenzie. His first free throw is no good. I mentioned he is not a good free throw shooter, 63%. HBU as a team coming in, 73.8%, best in the conference. I think the Nicholls crowd is taking a photo with their phone. There was a flash that might have gone off on someone's camera, and that's just, I don't know what they're doing. That's just not smart. Someone might be getting either kicked out of here or something. I don't know. And a second free throw for McKenzie, and that one is true. 77-68, 36.8. Get the ball in bounds here, and Nicholls is in pretty good shape, and they do it to Ty Gordon. Lobs it ahead to Jalen Fornes. He'll peel it back outside for Andre Jones, and HBU will foul again with 30.6 left, and we'll have to continue to wait a little longer for this one to be put away. Still 3 possessions at 9 points. A free throw here, and any hope is pretty much gone for HBU, making it 4 possessions. 30.6 left. Jones makes the first free throw. 78-68. Another terrific game for Andre. 16 points. He's a perfect 7 for 7 at the charity stripe today. Make it 8 for 8. That 63% shooting clip is going to skyrocket after this one. 79-68 Nicholls, 28 seconds left. Janacek, left wing, triples off to the left. Rebound Kevin Johnson. HBU looks like they will back off. Another foul given by Castro. Kevin Johnson's just kind of smiling. He says, "Oh, I'll add to my point total. Creep up a little bit toward the top of the record books." So Kevin Johnson makes that first free throw to make it a 12-point game. You know, HBU just continuing to foul. Never want to talk about it too much, but I wonder what the line was on this game, because a lot of free throws here down the stretch for Nicholls. 81-68, 15 seconds to go. C passes back door, taken away from Castro by Johnson, and a foul. And if that is a steal credited to Kevin Johnson, that's his career high 7th. It should be. Kevin Johnson with a 7th steal, a career high, 17 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. This is maybe the most Kevin Johnson game we've ever seen. Everywhere, all the time, everywhere you need him. Ty Gordon's going to exit here with 7 seconds left. Kevin Johnson at the free throw line. Pierce Spencer comes back in. And the first free throw for KJ is pure. One more free throw. That one's up and good. Nicholls with a 15-point lead on HBU, 83-68 with 7 seconds left. Jade C dribbles across the timeline with 2, with 1, and that will do it. The Colonels down 3 at halftime, run away from HBU with a big second half burst. They outscore HBU by 15 in the second half. 56-38. Actually, I should say by 18 in the second. They outscore HBU by 18 in the second half, trailing by 3 at halftime. They run away from a 15-point win. They go to 11-2 in the Southland Conference. They win a 7th straight game here at home. And now they can take even more momentum to the lakefront on Saturday when they take on UNO on the road. So we will hang around and hear from Austin Claunch. See if we can get him over here in just a second. Again, Nicholls led by 23 points from Jalen Fornes, every single one of them coming after halftime. They got 19 from Kevin Johnson, 17 from Andre Jones. They don't get 4 in double figures. First time that's happened in a little while. And they end up running away with 50% second half shooting. 9 of 16 from 3 for the Colonels in the second half. And they were 17 for 18 at the line in the second half as well. So you talk about finding ways to close basketball games. That'll do it. You make your free throws. You're efficient down the stretch. Knock in 3-pointers at just an amazing clip. And that's how you get it done. We are still hanging around waiting for Austin Claunch. Why don't we take a quick break? Let's see if he's coming out right now. Yep, you know what? He is headed up our way. So we will hang around and wait for Austin Claunch to put on the headset here. Again, Nicholls wins 83-68. All right, we got head coach Austin Claunch with us now. 83-68 win for Nicholls. They outscore HBU by 18 in the second half. We got to get coach a box score here real quick. Coach, obviously a solid effort for you guys in that second half. The way you're able to shoot the ball from 3, 9 of 16. I mean, to start it off, Jalen Fornes, 23 points, every one of them in the second half. What can you say about his performance?
No, I mean, look, this is a guy I've talked about all year, just his consistency, just being who he is every single day, whether he played 40 minutes or 0 the night before, battled through a lot of injuries. This is a long time coming for him. He's a guy that if we're going to make a run at this thing, it's going to be, it's going to be imperative that he plays the way he did tonight. I didn't realize he only played 5 minutes in the first half, and that's on me. He got beat a couple of times straight line driving. I took him out, and then just kind of lost track. And but, man, he responded. He responded and obviously willed us to a win today. Great job by him and the rest of these guys.
First half to second half adjustments on the defensive end. 54% shooting for them in the first, all the way down near 34% in the second half. What'd you see?
Well, we just gave up 2s. We just gave up. I mean, I think they were 1 for 10 from 3 in the first half, but we just gave up. We're usually really good at protecting the rim, and they were cutting behind our heads. We just didn't have bounce to us. And so I just thought more attention, more, just more focus, to finish this thing out. And, again, just being locked in. You got to be locked in to win conference games. And we played really good. I thought we played well in the second half. Got to continue to get better at some things, but happy with how we shot the ball and definitely played well.
Has to feel good, too, to go 17 for 18 at the free throw line in the second half. I know we've joked about it being maybe pretty mental some of the time. It felt like it was contagious tonight with guys knocking him down, led by Andre Jones.
Yeah, he's been shooting free throws really well. Just been a force getting to the rim. And, again, we talked about it earlier, JB, before the game. Just his growth, continuing to play well this time of the year is huge for us. Proud of what he did tonight.
One more guy to spotlight, Kevin Johnson with maybe the ultimate Kevin Johnson game. 17, well, actually he gives you 19 points, a career-high 7 steals, 5 assists. I was just laughing looking at the box score, thinking about you looking at this, because that's just what he does.
No, he's the face of our program, and he's what we're about. Just his activity, his focus, his toughness, his grittiness. Any word you can think of along the lines of those couple of words is who he is, and it's why we've had success. And, hopefully we can finish this thing out the right way for him.
Coach, appreciate the time as always. Good luck in the lakefront on Saturday.
Thanks, JB. Go Colonels.
All right, that is head coach Austin Claunch. His Colonels with an 11th conference win to get to 11-2. We'll come back, wrap this one up here from Thibodaux. Once again, final score, Nicholls 83, HBU 68. Back after this on the Colonel Sports Radio Network.